show you're about to hear is meant for mature audiences.
Who cares?
If you're looking to learn something or grow as a human being,
You should probably keep searching. Snowflake.
Damn.
Oh, that's fucked up.
this is as unfiltered, raw, and real it's gonna get when it comes to talking about anything and everything. With your hosts, James, Colin, and Jess. This is Simply Uncensored.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast that you've ever listened to in your life, Simply Uncensored. I'm Colin here, introducing the show. But today with me, it's not just me. I got two lovely other people who are going to talk about some interesting topics. They go by the names of, let me think, James? James?
He goes, let me think.
He had to think about it.
Let me think of who
did.
my other hosts are real
I
quick.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, forgettable
We
guy.
have James and Jess here today.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite degenerates here for another episode of the awesome Simply Uncensored podcast.
Yes, awesome. And we got some interesting topics today. The general topic, I guess, is military tech. Right? Am I right?
Yep.
As right as you're gonna be.
All right.
Now, just curious,
Go.
what did everybody look into? Did everybody look into secret tech, or did they look into just, the general tech?
I looked into some random shit. So I looked into military spending because I want to touch base a little bit on that, and then I looked kind of slightly into some actual tech. I kind of figured Colin and you would be looking into specific things.
pretty
Specifically
much.
like the railgun from China or the missiles from Russia, or they actually got these guided missiles that the U.S. Navy is actually working on right now that go Mach 3.
That's nothing compared to what Russia claimed with their Mach 20 missile, which I think is a little bit of bullshit.
Yeah.
Mach 20?
It was huge on the news a couple weeks ago that Russia came out and said they had just created a missile that could go Mach 20, or it was like 5 to 10 times the speed of sound, and supposedly it would render any defense system useless because it was just absolutely too fast to catch. I'm calling bullshit, but they claim it. But they haven't put anything out of Russia since the Soviet Union. All their tech is old. I just don't see them creating something like that.
What's the fastest anything has ever moved, like, on this planet?
I think Mach 5 is about what humans have gone. I could be wrong, but I think Mach 5, and that's like Black Ops kind of things with I can't, like the Black Hawks, or I can't think of the specific.
That's the Black Hawk is the fastest plane that humans have ever been in. But in terms of like the fastest things that humans have ever made, they've put things in space that go very fast.
Yeah, I guess the space shuttles would technically be that because they just they haul ass straight up in the air, but.
Well, I know they got, like, tubes and stuff that they send objects around tubes with, like, zero friction, and then I wonder how fast those go, because Mach 20 seems just very, very...
Absurd.
Yeah, absurd. Like, that just doesn't seem right.
I think they're trying to pull an us on us because back when they were the Soviet Union, Reagan said that we've got space wars. We made up some tech that just scrambled the Soviets and they, dumped their economy into the toilet trying to catch up when we really didn't even have the tech. Because, Mach 20, how does what metal do they have that can, go that fast and not just melt into nothing? It's faster than a spaceship entering orbit. Like, what?
You ever think maybe they got some, like, aliens or some shit helping them out so they can get to this Mach 20?
I don't know.
Maybe
they
the
do.
Russians got some extraterrestrials in their back pocket.
Maybe they
Come on,
got.
United
That would not
States.
surprise me.
Yeah, we got to catch up. We gotta reach out to the deep galaxy, and I'm sure you guys heard that. We got some radio
Don't wanna do
frequencies from
that.
space recently.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, we'll get them all
Well,
here.
there's good aliens and there's bad aliens. Maybe
There's
Russia's
only
hitting up
bad
with the bad
aliens.
aliens. We're hitting up with the good aliens. Because, if you've ever seen any fucking movie, the bad aliens always have better shit.
Oh,
It's just how it
It's
goes.
any alien is going to be bad.
Says who?
Says me. Also says Stephen Hawking.
Well, Stephen Hawking's a fucking retard.
He couldn't
I know,
even
he's also
walk,
dead.
much less,
Yeah, how are you supposed to take anything from a man that can't walk seriously?
Yeah, what does he
Sure,
know?
you're right.
Fucker could barely breathe on his own, I mean. And
What kind of
he's-
credibility is that?
Yeah,
I mean, forget the fact that he graduated from Harvard, but he couldn't even fucking walk.
I know. He probably died a virgin. That's crazy.
Shit, he could barely talk. I mean, let's be real. You think Stephen Hawking died a virgin?
Definitely.
No, I don't think so.
He had some money under his belt. I mean, I think he got. Could he even get it up?
Probably not. Does it even does he even feel anything? Does it even? I mean, how does that?
You also-
Does he shit himself in that, chair? I mean, how did that work?
Listen,
Does he even have movement enough in his tongue to just eat her out? Because this is something I kind of want to know.
no, probably not. But you also have to remember that he didn't have that his whole life.
Oh, well, see, he wrote this stupid book about things nobody cares about, and he didn't tell us if he actually lost his V card. That's what's sad about it. This whole thing.
Yes, Chapter 1, How I Lost My Virginity by Stephen Hawking.
Yep, exactly. That's what the people want to know.
No, not even chapter long. The prologue. It should be in the prologue. Just the first sentence. I lost my virginity at age 26.
I like that. I would have bought the book, man.
That's how I'll start out my book.
That's a good way to start your book. I actually recommend that.
All right, I'll do it.
Hey,
We need to get a hold of Ty and tell him.
Just to start
speaking
his
of a-
book out.
Speaking of a good way how to start things, why don't I start this episode right off by telling you guys something that's not too nice to hear, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
There is my source is Defense News, defensenews.com. They put out an article that says Russia's nuclear underwater drone is real. And I'm reading it right now. Yeah, it's basically a submarine that doesn't have anyone on board that can stay submerged for months without resurfacing.
Well, I mean,
And-
a normal submarine can stay submerged for months without servicing.
yeah,
With nukes,
Yeah.
I don't like that idea. They could just
yeah,
lose
it's
them.
got nukes. It's a drone too, so I mean,
Next thing we know, something malfunctions. The nukes just get dropped to the fucking bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, or they just the whole submarine sinks.
At what
Or
point does the
worse,
nuclear
something-
radiation start, like, making the creatures that live at the bottom of the ocean mutating into, like, the
It
megalodon
doesn't.
and shit like that?
nothing. No, it doesn't. It just they get cancer and die.
I mean,
Just
we've
like
lost a nuke off the coast of Massachusetts. I want to say that's like deep. Like nobody knows where they've lost it. It's just gone. But they've detected some radiation in the ocean, I believe.
But the ones that survive, when they, like, mutate and their offspring would mutate and then so on,
Who knows? I'm no radiation technician.
some, like, hills have eyes bullshit.
Yo, fuck that. Hell no.
Yeah, just with, like, ocean life.
I guess so. Get some of those like crazy looking deep sea fishes come out.
You
but
get a shark with, like, 20 heads.
I'll pass on that one.
Anyways, so a Russia nuke submarine. I mean, you got to think. Okay, so if Russia has it, the U.S. has got to have it too, or something like 10 times better. But
Probably.
we're not stupid enough to go out in the world like, hey, yeah, we have a submarine with nukes on it. Come find it.
Well, we definitely have nuclear subs. It's just the drone aspect of it is kind of crazy because I feel like there's a lot of technical challenges that you have to accomplish when you have to control something remotely without being able to be detected at all. So you can't make any noise. I don't know.
Not really. I
crazy.
mean, it can't be that hard. Like, this is technology that was probably, like, really big 20 years ago, but now I feel like drones and self-propelled shit is just, like, the normal. This has been around for years already.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, so you got to think
Oh.
that there's probably something 20 times better that you would never even think of that half these countries already have, especially the United States, with how much fucking manpower and money they put into their research and their military.
Maybe we just don't want drone nuclear submarines.
Yeah, maybe we have something better than a drone
True.
nuclear submarine.
We probably have nuclear missile satellites. I would not be surprised.
I'm here for it. So
Alright,
James, did
Wait,
your
no, wait.
Oh,
Jess,
oh,
you
oh.
said something.
what'd I say?
You said we lost a nuke off of Massachusetts or whatever. Well, one time
At
there
band
was
camp?
a nuke. No, there was a nuke that got dropped on South Carolina that's still on the ground.
Yeah, it's in the swamp somewhere, but they said it's so
Yeah.
deep they'll never be able to recover it.
Yep. A fucking plane was carrying a nuke and it crashed in South Carolina, and the only reason that's not like a desert, radioactive desert, is because it wasn't armed. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how the most deadly and awful weapons that humans have ever devised, they just so carelessly let fall into the ocean and then inside the continental United States.
Seriously, just on the ground. It's like, oh, there's a nuke over there.
Weapons of mass destruction that could kill millions of people, they drop on South Carolina.
Maybe they were actually trying to control the population a little bit. Like, hey, we'll accidentally drop a nuke and kill a bunch of people, and then they failed at it.
Wipe out like half the state of South Carolina, and
I mean, it's not the first time that the government's tried to kill fucking hundreds of thousands of Americans.
true. Nothing wrong with that.
They probably brought over Ebola. Hell, they
Yeah.
probably made Ebola and then blamed it on Africa.
Biological warfare, that's a mean warfare right there, and it's hard to beat.
Yeah, why is that not a thing? Why are we so focused on nukes and, like, homing missiles and satellites and not,
Dude.
like, biological concealed warfare?
What are you
I feel like-
talking about?
I feel
There
like
are
biological
definitely
warfare could be
biological-
worse than nuclear warfare.
It is. And
I think it is too.
There are many biological weapons that would make you rethink what you think about that, because yeah, you're right. Biological
See, I think that's what
warfare
it'd
is
be.
a lot
You'd have
worse.
to be able to contain it, though. So in order to weaponize it, they would have to be able to contain the whatever they're releasing into the country or group of people that they're releasing it into. Because if it spreads and they lose control, well, then they're fucked. But if they have something like anthrax that can be contained to like 100-mile radius for whatever reason, I'm just kind of talking to my ass. Like that would be a dope ass dope ass military tech.
Yeah. I mean, you could use them
There
like nukes,
is.
and in hindsight, I guess you wouldn't
much
destroy the
worse than
world because you wouldn't have
anthrax.
nuclear fallout.
Anthrax fallout.
It's just the way that they kill you. They're not even allowed to be used in wars.
Yeah, because they're pretty vicious. I mean, unless you're the Syrian government, you can just use them against your own people.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at.
Oh yeah, but nukes are allowed to be used in war, and like
No, they're not.
They're off limits, but I mean, who can stop really any crazy nation like North Korea from just shooting one off?
So I
Seriously,
want
they
to throw
never
a
signed any
scenario out here.
treaties.
If one country were to release a nuke in the intent of harming another country, but it was shot down, because it will be. Like if someone shot a nuke at the United States, it would get shot down, blown up into space, whatever. What would happen then?
You would set off a chain reaction of events where instantly, because we have a nuclear response time, I think, honestly, I think Hillary Clinton's dumbass accidentally gave it away on live TV one time. I think it's around 5 minutes. So, at any moment we realize there's a nuclear attack coming, I mean, instant retaliation response, and then our allies, it would just be nukes going all over the world. It would be ridiculous.
So
Yeah, you
one
would have
person
to
releasing a nuke is going to cause the rest of the world to start releasing their nukes, even though
No,
it didn't touch
no.
Earth or didn't touch ground.
I believe the intent. I mean, the intent is an act of war, but a nuclear
wrong.
weapon. That's like you really want to kill somebody.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be
Neither of
different
those
if it
things would
actually
happen.
touched ground. Go ahead, Colin.
Neither of those things would happen, because as soon as the missile got launched and it got shot down, there would be regular missiles that would destroy every military base, every like missile silo that the country had, if there was one. If there
Well,
was,
I
like, a
guess it
bunch,
depends on what nation we're talking. Like, if Russia shot a nuclear,
I was thinking more North Korea.
North Korea seems like the only one that would possibly launch a nuke.
I think
they did
Russia
that,
would
that's what
only
I'm saying.
because Russia backs North Korea, don't they?
Yes.
No, China does. I know China does. I don't know if
But
Russia does.
Russia backs China.
Well, Russia backed North Korea during the Korean War,
Yes.
so
That's why
they're
they hate
on
us so
good
much.
terms. Yeah. They're
But
on good
I mean, if it
terms.
was North Korea going at us, and we started just destroying North Korea, I think that would cause Russia to attack us.
I'd say
well-
China would before.
Yeah,
Russia.
definitely.
Well, who the fuck
China,
cares about China's military?
I mean, China already said that before. When North Korea was talking out their ass, they said, if we attack North Korea first, China will get involved. But if they shot at us first, China would back off.
Okay, so real quick, you want to hear China's spending? Because this is 2016. So China's military spending in 2016 was 215 billion. Russia's was 69 billion. And the U.S. was 611 billion.
And people had me on board for a while that we need to cut military spending, but military spending is what keeps us at the top nation. The top
Yeah.
technology is what makes us top dog. So I've changed my views totally on that. We need to be armed to the teeth, ready to go at any moment.
I mean, but do we really need to be
agree.
spending 600 billion?
We need to be spending twice what the best nation, the next best nation is spending.
We are doing twice. We're
least.
doing like 3 or 4 times.
There you go. That's why we're ahead, baby. That's why we're back-to-back World War champions.
At the same time you say that, you remember you lost to a couple of rice farmers.
Yeah, we don't want to
With
go there. That's
Soviet
a
era
sore subject for us.
Was it losing or was it just conceding?
Oh, it was losing.
I mean, if we really
Man.
wanted to, we could have just dropped a nuke, but
Nukes aren't allowed.
they were in Japan.
Yeah,
that was
ever
the
since
end
we
of
dropped
war.
a nuke on them, those fuckers have been playing with Hello Kitty ever since.
I know. we
It
should've
fucked
nuked
the
them
entire
more.
country up.
And they took the entire masculinity out of
Over
a
and
country in 2 bombs.
Poor Japanese.
Yeah, they got the rough end of that one.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Don't think we forgot about Pearl Harbor, fuckers. We ain't sorry.
Should have nuked you more.
Yeah, you're lucky that was all we had on deck.
You're lucky we didn't put that fucking island down under.
Yeah, should have buried that motherfucker.
Oh my.
All right, so James, do you have any interesting military tech you want to talk about?
Okay, so I was scrolling through some things and I found this, and I want to make this our goal for Simply Uncensored, just like a bunch of other goals that we'll never fucking obtain. But there is a MiG-29 fighter jet, says gently used
Big.
for 4.65 million.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's in my range, actually.
And then, it goes on, said it was used in the Cold War era, has has less than 1,000 hours on it, but
You're
with
gonna
proper
need to send me a
maintenance.
picture of this.
Oh yeah, I'll send you a picture. With proper maintenance, you can fly for thousands or more. And the bottom says radar and weapons not included. Why would I want a fighter jet without radar or weapons?
No shit. That's a fucking bad deal.
$100,000.
It will
For
go Mach
radar.
2 though.
That's pretty fast.
James, all of us would black out and crash the jet if we got to Mach 2.
Yeah, a friend of mine was in the military, and I'll get to that later too, because he did some missile defenses, and he was in a fighter jet. He said it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet.
I would love it. I mean, I would definitely pass out and maybe even throw up a little, but it would be quite an experience to go fly in a jet.
Yeah, he said it's ridiculous because
Wait,
you
wait,
go
wait.
3 or 4 or 5 G's, and you times that by your body weight, and you're rather heavy, I believe.
Yeah. Oh no, James is a skinny little guy.
Yeah, I might actually be
James-
able to take a little bit more.
James, you said fly in a jet? Did you mean fly in a jet or fly a jet?
Both.
Flying a jet would be absolutely insane.
I mean, honestly, I would love to be, passenger seat of a jet, but after you're in a passenger seat, you want to fucking fly that thing.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna take the reins of that bitch.
I mean, it couldn't be that hard, right?
I think I think you have to be cream of the crop to fly a jet because you have to do so many things at once. You have to like multitask.
Yeah, I think it's extremely hard.
And flying something like I think it's the Apache, it's ridiculous because you've got like a goggle on that's looking under you. You've got one eye looking ahead. You got your radars. They said you have to be like it takes a very special person to fly an Apache helicopter.
Oh my gosh, you got to move one eye at a time pretty much at that point.
They said it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and wherever you look, the gun under you looks. So like you look to your right, the gun under you turns
That's
look
nasty.
down, gun turns down. So you look at what you want to shoot.
That's kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah, we got some crazy tech.
You just look at where you want to shoot, and then you think about shooting, and it shoots.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Just sitting there, oh, look, a plane. You're just imagine you're in a jet, and you're just thinking, you're flying by like a commercial airline, like a big ass fucking commercial airline. You're just like, oh yeah, look at that jet, and then you just accidentally shoot it.
I accidentally shot it.
Like, I'm sorry, I was just
Accidentally
looking at the
blew off
jet.
the
I was
wing.
passing by, and the gun just fired.
Just shot at you.
It's not my fault. The gun points at wherever I look.
Blame the guns. You know what? There shouldn't even be any fully auto machine guns anyway. Like, no one needs them. Not even
Yeah.
the military.
No.
No one needs
Oh,
a
no.
fully automatic machine gun on a fighter jet.
Exactly.
Who
Just take
needs?
'em
Nobody
away.
should even own semi-auto guns. Those are dangerous.
Honestly, everyone needs a revolver.
Bow and arrows,
they
that's
need-
it.
Bow and arrows. I'm here for that.
Bow
That's
and
what they
arrows.
need.
And pellet
But
guns.
what about tomahawks?
Nope. Tomahawks, butcher knives, buck knives,
Crossbow?
banned. Crossbow, but it can only be up to like 50 pounds.
Oh my god.
Wait, you're going to allow a crossbow, but you're not going to allow a tomahawk.
Nope. No tomahawks. No tomahawk missiles.
Oh, you're talking about a missile. I'm talking like an actual hatchet tomahawk.
That's what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
I mean, honestly, you just take a hatchet and fucking throw it.
What about
Like-
fertilizer?
What does
What about it?
fertilizer have to
Shit.
do with military tech?
Well, does it get bombed? I mean,
Oh well,
Does it
yeah.
get
I mean, you
banned?
make bombs out of it.
that's what I'm saying. Does it get banned?
You can make a bomb out of anything.
Yeah, but
Mm.
you can make a really big bomb out of fertilizer. Apparently, that's what I've heard.
Well, that's how that dude bombed those. Was it up in New York or D.C. or somewhere where they bombed those buildings? Like in the 90s,
Fuck if I know.
I believe so.
There's a bombing every 20 minutes. I can't keep track of this shit.
Yeah, no, you're thinking of Timothy McVeigh in
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. Filled a, oh boy, that was bad. Filled a yellow Ryder truck up with fertilizer explosive. Killed like 200 people, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yep, killed a lot of people. Bad
Yep.
man. Bad man.
Bad man. But he's dead, and his partner's, I think he's dead too. Either that or a life trial. I can't remember.
Both sounds good to me.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So, James, besides looking at buying military jets, did you find anything else?
I actually have a little fun fact here. So I looked up the definition of military technology, because obviously being in this podcast, I want to just look. So where it says in the definition, it basically says it's distinctly military in nature and is not civilian in application, usually because they lack useful or legal civilian applications and are dangerous to use without appropriate military training. I just think it's kind of funny that we spend all this fucking money and time and, all these smart, intelligent people that put their mind to waste to these big-ass fucking bombs and shit when they could be going somewhere else. That all this tech has no application whatsoever to better humankind. It's kind of fucked.
Well, humans are most creative when they're trying to kill each other.
Yeah, James, I would actually completely disagree with you on that point. Sometimes wars have to be fought, and sometimes the wars are fought for good.
Yep. I mean, we gotta cleanse the planet somehow.
I mean, yeah.
We need to decrease the population somehow.
Sometimes you have a good war and you end up losing it to the Allies.
Nope.
Crazy thing is, though, Mother Nature kills everybody harder than any nukes and missiles will, because a couple ratty boys killed like 1/3 of Europe at one point in time.
Yeah, why don't we have the technology to stop fucking Mother Nature instead of putting all this money
We'll nuke
into
Mother Nature. We'll show her.
killing each other?
That's exactly why, because humans love to kill each other.
Yep, it's our secret pleasure.
It
Yeah,
is.
is that really just like everyone wants to kill each other, just no one wants to admit it?
I think secretly.
Honestly, yeah.
I feel like there's some people out there that truly don't want to kill anybody.
All right,
Yeah,
so
you're probably
so
right,
there's
but
there's
deep
nobody in your
down-
life that you would not strangle if you could.
Are you kidding me? I'd kill like everybody.
Wow,
Kill like
James,
13
really?
people.
I'd literally kill everybody. No shame, no shame.
No shame in your game.
No, there's no one I
Uh,
hate like enough to like physically want to murder. But
Just to let you know, James, I'm gonna have to give this to the jury when this inevitably, you know.
yeah, when I go on trial for fucking mass
Yeah.
murder, you're gonna have to pull out this podcast.
Exactly.
Hopefully, it becomes a big enough trial that you two can continue this podcast and be really big. I'll take
Well,
one
yeah,
for the
as long
team.
as you don't kill me. God. Fucking nut job.
James or Colin's gonna be the one James kills.
I know, really.
How dare you take me
Oh,
to
man.
trial?
I'll be on here solo trying to keep everybody up to date with what's going on.
Oh, you got
Hey
Nico.
guys, Jess here. James just killed Colin. What's going on with you guys?
Oh, I do it on
How's
live
everything?
YouTube too.
Oh my,
Oh wow.
James.
Talk about getting views.
I'm all
That
about the
would be a losing
viewership.
battle for you. That's all I want to say.
Be a losing
I'm
battle.
here for it.
My ass. I know where you keep your car. You know how easy it would be to put fucking bomb on the bottom of that shit?
Really?
the brake
You're
lines.
seriously gonna go through all the trouble to make a bomb and put it under my car?
Why not?
Yeah.
Good
why
luck.
not? what do you mean good luck? How you gonna
I'll
stop me?
accept it. I'll accept it at that point.
You went to all that trouble. I think you deserve it, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These bombers, they go through all the trouble of making the bomb. They deserve to get a kill.
No,
Deserve at least
it's
one.
because I don't think you'd be able to.
Motherfucker, I have the
Oh, now
internet.
it-
It's not that hard to build a bomb.
Now he's saying you don't got the balls, James. He's
Yeah,
calling
now
you
he's- now
out.
he's provoking
Okay,
me.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I don't
Let
want
it be
anyone to
known
build
that
any
Colin is
bombs.
provoking me to blow his ass up.
I don't want anyone to build any bombs. Ever. It's bad. And you should go to jail.
Bombs are offline on the Simply Uncensored
I will
podcast. It
report
is the
you.
only thing that's not allowed.
You know, saying the word bomb this much is obviously raising some red flags with the government right
know.
now.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna be on some watch list for a while.
everyone wave to the NSA. Hello, NSA?
Yeah,
They're already
I
watching.
do have a
anyway.
Google Home sitting about 2 feet behind me.
Oh, so they already know you.
Yeah, they've been knowing you. You guys are real close.
Oh yeah, I've got my own agent.
Oh wow, nice.
Got your own
Got
folder.
own agent.
And-
He knows all about you.
We at least have one view on every podcast episode because my agent has to sit there and watch.
Yep. Or he's probably watching right now.
Live stream.
Yeah, honestly.
No, don't watch now. Watch when I put it on the internet, so that way we can get at least one view.
It's too late.
Fuck you! It's not too late.
He might still watch it to see if you added anything like subliminally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I still have to edit. See, he has to watch the final product.
Exactly. Where we might put in things subliminally.
Exactly. Subliminal message is also a military tech. Did you know that?
Nuke.
S-
Make more bombs.
Yeah, nuke.
Make bomb. Sorry, what, guys?
Nuke.
It's apparently like the way subliminal messages work is just crazy. You know, they just flash quick scenes and you don't even see it, but your mind sees it, and it just. I want a Coke right now.
Nuke.
What is
So,
it, just like a little quick.
Nuke.
Yeah, I think I see it.
Yeah. Mass murder. Mass murder.
Oh my god. No, I remember when I think of that, I remember the Hungry Howie's commercial.
Commit adultery.
It's like whenever they like stop talking for a second, it like flashes Hungry Howie's like buy a pizza now, and go away.
Buy a pizza
They did it
now.
as a joke, but that's basically exactly what it is.
Do you think maybe we can look on to doing that for the podcast?
Adding subliminal.
I guess-
Slash
messages,
subscribe.
I don't know.
I like that. I mean, we could, to get attention.
Oh, well, I actually do it subliminally. So, everyone listening to this podcast right now, just let it be known that we are subliminally getting you to subscribe to our channel.
It is mind control.
We've been
Don't
doing
fight
it
it.
since
Let
the
it happen.
Yeah. Although now that we just
I
told
like
them,
it.
I think maybe they'll fight it. Or maybe
No, they
us talking
still
about it
won't
right
know
now,
it's
they'll subliminally. See, it's all one big plan.
Well, the subliminal message I try to give away, and I hide it very well because most people don't actually hear it, but every podcast I always say taxation is theft. And I think subliminally people are starting to get on board with that.
Yeah, there's a whole hashtag out there now.
Yeah, see, I started that. They didn't know that, but I started that.
Little did you know, Simply Uncensored started the hashtag taxation is theft.
Mind
Doubt.
blown.
Press X to doubt. That does not get a round of applause, please.
I think it does. It does. It definitely does.
I
All right, just to
Fucking god.
what are you about to say, James?
No, I keep forgetting that you have that.
It's handy. But to get back on military weapons, a friend of mine worked on a friend of mine, and it's a long kind of. It took forever to build, but like, do you guys know about the Aegis military systems?
Negative.
Never heard of it.
So like the military destroyers or naval destroyers, when they're out in the ocean, like the missile defense they have, it's like a big bubble that goes out. I don't know, 10 miles or however long it goes, and it can.
Okay.
When like something can come from either direction, air, underwater, directly, and it can number and take out an order of importance. So like if there's a jet and that's the one that poses the most threat, it can detect that and determine it is the most immediate threat. And it can take that out before it shoots at the boat coming at it. It can pick out in each particular order which way to take it out. It is just ridiculously complicated, and it is some badass machinery we got.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few videos on YouTube about those. It's just like all the guns are like synced up to a central thing, or not the guns, or the rockets or whatever it be. And as soon as it detects it, it's just like, deet, goodbye.
Instant response. And I think it can work in unison with other Aegis destroyers, and they can work together. And like I said, they could take out an order of importance, which poses the most lethal threat. And how it determines that is beyond me. And I think that is truly a test of how far we've come in, weapons
Dude.
defense.
Naval warfare is absolutely insane. You got to think about it. It's basically like a floating city.
Pretty much.
God, it just, man.
Well, with over half their surface being water, I mean, the biggest
Exactly.
battlefield is in the open ocean.
Sink your shit, and then, I mean, if you're in the middle of the ocean, you're as good as gone.
Well, I think that's like the best way to fight because there's no civilian casualties. You're literally just fighting each other for the people that volunteered to put their lives on the line.
But the ecosystem and the poor fishies. What do we do about
Fuck
them?
the fish.
Honestly, the fish wouldn't mind too much. They get new artificial reefs whenever the ships sink.
What about those? The hundreds of gallons of oil and fuel that are being
Yeah, the
dumped into
gunpowder
ocean?
and the fucking nukes
don't-
that are aboard this
that's
shit.
That's alright.
Fuck
The poor fishies.
What do the fishes do for us?
Nemo's gonna have a third eye because you're doing this to him.
He's already a clownfish, so he may as well fucking make us laugh.
Oh wow, nice.
But
Ouch. James, ouch.
Shh. Just while we're on the topic, I just took a sip of my beer. James is totally not following his New Year's resolution, and we need the viewers to get on him about this.
I am
Honestly.
slightly following it.
Just so people would know, James can't really say he's not because his girlfriend is right behind him, so he can't admit to it. You guys don't know, but he is. He's still drinking.
Yep, because I'm drinking right now. I got a beer in my hand.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No, I actually don't.
he turned his video off as soon as the podcast started. So I mean, I'm not saying anything, but it's a little fishy to me.
No, I did actually start a new page though, about addiction and drinking, because I know it's not easy. So I'm gonna get that up and running, and maybe when I get it up and running, I'll post a link on our website too, so you can check it out. Because I mean, we all know someone that struggles with addiction. Everybody does,
Yeah, everybody's got their demons.
or they struggle with them themselves.
Yep.
Very true.
Very true.
So we just got on like a sad, serious moment. That's real good, boys.
Why is it always me that makes the sad, serious
Really
moments?
take- Because, I don't know, you're like that.
Yeah, we're talking about fucking bombing people and killing all the fishes, and then a serious moment comes and we're actually talking like about drinking.
It's like an ASPCA commercial. The hearts of the angels.
So killing people, okay. Drinking, bad.
Bad.
Yes, drinking bad.
Yeah.
Smoking weed,
Subliminal
bad.
message.
Smoke-
Hey, Virginia just introduced like 4 bills to legalize pot over here, so we're on our way up.
It's about
Hopefully,
fucking time.
I know, but like they've introduced these bills like every year, and they always get shot down. But this year, I'm feeling good about it. They're gonna make, I think, small amounts of weed like a civil suit, like just a fine instead of a criminal charge, which would be ideal. It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, buddy of mine, just for a little bit of weed, he got a 30-day suspended jail sentence, a year probation, bunch of fines, had to go to AA meetings, all over like I don't know, like an eighth of weed when we got pulled over. It was some bullshit.
Is it AA or NA? Narcotics Anonymous.
It's like it's in general. Not AA. They went over alcohol and drugs.
Oh.
But yeah, they're. I mean, Virginia's not like terribly hard on a little bit of weed, but I was like, damn, like if he gets caught fucking up, he goes to jail for 30 days. I'm like, god damn, that's rather rough right there for a little bit of weed.
All right. So, any last words on military tech?
We need to spend more money on military.
We don't need to spend more money on the military. Like, we already spend
I think
way more than is ever needed. You're basically just
We need to spend
throwing
more.
money at the problem. When is throwing money at problems ever a good thing?
Always works every time.
So now we're throwing more money at it. We're promoting more wars because we get all this new tech. We get all this money into the military. They want to fucking use it. So they're going to go to war over stupid shit just because they fucking can.
Yeah, maybe we need to be at war.
We don't need to be at war.
We need Bush back in office. We need Obama back in office so we can get back in wars.
Why is
All right.
Trump not going to take us to war?
Listen,
He tried to get us out of
Yeah,
war.
he's
That's
not.
why General Mattis is leaving.
Yep.
Really? He left
Left.
because we're not going to war. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, it's like he left because Trump came out and said it's like he said, you know, Mattis said, you know, you need somebody more aligned with your views because Trump came out and said we're pulling all the troops out of everywhere. And while that's kind of what I wanted, because I'm personally like an America first, fuck foreign policy second, I am starting to come around to the idea of why we do some of the things we do. And Mattis,
Oh, to
I mean,
steal oil and
well, I
be the
think-
big fucking big bad wolf of the entire fucking world, pretty much.
The hall monitor of the world, some would call it. I get a little bit of it now. It puts us in a good position to, I guess, rule the world. But personally, I don't give a shit. If I'd say fuck all those bastards.
Why do we have to rule the world? Why can't we just do our thing and everyone else does their thing? And maybe, just maybe, if we weren't such fucking assholes, it wouldn't be terrorists, quotation marks, and countries that want to fucking nuke us. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think we should definitely. Well, in theory, I guess the whole us being the world police, hall monitors or whatever, it should put us in position to be really good with foreign policy and trade, but our trade deficit is way the fuck off. So I'm a little confused of how that's happening. So that's one confusing thing that I don't really make sense of.
Before we end off here, I got one more number I wanted to share. So it was who spends the most on military, like per person. So strangely enough, you'd think that the U.S. would be like up there, and Russia and China, but I mean, you got to think they have a lot of fucking people. Saudi Arabia is like fucking ridiculous. Like, it spends the most money on the military per person, like per capita. It's fucking ridiculous. And then it's Oman. I don't even know what country that is. Oman, Israel, and then the USA.
Okay, Israel. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can believe Israel. And then USA is literally 4th on this list. The UK is like maybe 6 on the list. Germany's maybe like 10th or 15th on the list. Iraq is down there. Japan's way down there. I don't even see Russia or China.
Because they have so many people.
Yeah, Canada's like in the middle of this list. Canada's above Iraq and Japan.
Those goddamn
I don't
Canadians.
think Japan is allowed to have a very big military, though.
Yeah, probably because if they got a big military, the U.S. would nuke them again.
Exactly.
I think it's Japan or Germany. They're only allowed to have defensive military. They're not allowed to have any offensive
It's
military.
probably
both,
Germany.
yeah.
Oh, is it both?
It's both. Yeah.
Is that rules made by what, NATO? Is it NATO?
Yeah.
I
though
think it's the
I'm
U.S.
sure
just
it-
telling
The
them,
UN?
don't fuck with us.
It would be NATO.
It's a whole nother topic. I hate the
I
UN.
hate the UN. I hate NATO too. They're both.
Pull out of both of them, those goddamn
I
freeloading
mean,
bastards.
honestly, it's
Globalist
probably a good thing seeing that Germany
shoulders.
started fucking World War II and Japan started. Well,
War II.
well, yeah, World War II, but
Well,
they
they got us
started the
involved.
fucking nuclear warfare, fucking Cold War.
Oh, that was gonna happen either way. Honestly, Germany was a lot closer than the United States. The only reason the United States got a nuke was because they stole German scientists. And I'm not making that up at all.
Well, the U.S. always steals the top mines, which is what we should keep doing.
Of course. Steal them right out of Russia if you have
I
to.
like it.
Steal Russia. All right, boys. Well, any last words? I don't want to make this podcast run too long.
I'm gonna let my subliminal message go one last time. Taxation is
Nukes.
theft.
Taxes,
Nukes.
taxation, text.
Theft is taxation.
Exactly.
Nukes.
I think we deserve it. Nukes.
Nukes.
James is gay.
Commit mass murder.
Subscribe.
I like how that went.
Give us money.
Ooh, what was that?
Visit the website.
Subscribe.
Alright. That's enough of the subliminal messaging.
All right, boys.
All right, boys. Been nice to have another episode, as always.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Put in the comments what you want to hear next week or the week after that, because we got to decide. But we will see you guys next week.
Yep. Send us in your best nudes, and we'll rate them on the air. That's what we're doing next
No,
week.
no,
so
no, no. We don't.
like
read
it.
nudes.
Men,
I'm here for it. Send your mom's nudes.
Men
Send
only.
everybody's nudes.
JK.
Whoa. Yeah. Send your dad's nudes.
We'll send
Please don't listen
the
to this unless you're over 25.
we'll send the mails to Colin. He can judge those.
Nah, I'm
Yep.
good.
Yep.
All right. Peace out, boys.
Peace out, everybody.